Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today we have the Grawlixes with us, or two of the three Grawlixes.
Yeah.
Is one Grawlix is just a Grawlix?
Yeah,
Grawlix is
singular,
plural.
Grawlix is a plural, yeah.
All right, well, so welcome to Robin and Penelope, or
Yeah,
Pen.
thank you.
Nice
yeah,
to meet you
happy
guys.
to be
Yes.
here. Thanks for having us.
Well, we'll get the name out of the way first. I've found out what it means only because I asked before, which is one of those little squiggles that you use to replace profane language in print, right? So it's like in cartoons and stuff.
Yeah,
they use it.
yeah, and we came across it when we were watching a video for Vsauce, which is some TV series, and we needed the name.
So how did they use the name, and how did you know what it meant?
It's like a science.
It's a popular
video
science
series.
YouTube series, and we were just kind of scrambling for names at the time. And yeah, it's a literary term. Pen worked at a bookstore at the time. We're both capable of reading. It just kind of seemed to
You
work.
guys can read?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. We have some skills. Yeah.
Well, that puts you in a whole other category.
Yes.
we write
shouldn't
our own
even be
lyrics.
here.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, it's crazy. Well, that's pretty cool. So, Grawlixes it is. And does it reflect on musically at all, or you just like the idea of the name?
I think the name is just, it seems to fit, the fact that I worked in bookstores, and then we like kind of literary terms. So
we?
And
Yeah,
well,
we do,
we
yeah.
do, yeah.
Okay.
And I think Robin is, kind of a slightly complex lyrical writer at times. So
You could join the Go-Betweens. Would you like that? They were
Yeah.
lyrical. And like the Go-Betweens, they had people in the band who were in relationships and then weren't anymore.
Yeah.
So that's the situation we have here, right?
it is, yeah.
Following on the grand tradition.
Yeah, we dated for about 3 years. So some of the songs were written before we started dating as well. So the song "Darling" was actually a song that I wrote specifically for Robin to seduce him.
Right.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And I think that Grawlixes wouldn't actually exist if that song hadn't been written. So
Very cool.
yeah.
And now you just spent like 6 hours together in a car driving from.
Yeah. So because we're now broken up, it's sometimes rather difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
It's usually rather difficult.
Usually, yeah. Yeah.
Which is why there is a third member of the band, right?
To break it up.
Who's bailed out on us today.
Yeah, we're so sad that he's left us, but
Alex is his name.
Alex, yes.
So tell us about Alex, since he's not here. We can talk about him.
He's the loveliest guy. He's so nice, and he's just so positive. And he's a great violinist as well. So it really, he really breaks up the band dynamic or the couple dynamic.
Right.
Yeah,
And he was the guy who played the violin on the record as well.
Right.
So it's, and he's a friend. I actually live with him in Wellington. He and his partner, another woman. Yeah. So and we practiced at their house leading up to the tour.
Yeah.
Right.
So it all just kind of made sense. And he's a friend of ours from Dunedin. We're all from Dunedin.
Yeah.
Right.
But just
Been
had some
friends
family
for-
stuff to attend to.
Yeah, which is a shame. But yeah.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully he'll make his return at some point. But
Hopefully,
Maybe
we've
yeah.
got you
This
guys
tour,
here,
but
so
yeah.
that'll be fine for us.
Yeah.
So we're going to we'll talk some more about the record, but we'll stop for a song. And the first one that we've got is one called "Good Shadow." So what can you tell me about that?
Robin.
Well, we've been opening the sets on tour with this song because it's upbeat. We've always kind of called it ultimate banger.
People love it, especially the "I do" bit. I do.
Yeah.
They always ask for that.
It's a catchy song,
Yeah.
and it's honestly, it's a song actually I got from the idea from a friend.
Yeah.
He had a song that went, "Hey, good window, don't let me down." So we used that melody, stretched it out, made it more elaborate, and then chucked another section and an instrumental break, and there we go. I remember writing it. I think we actually in bed together when we wrote it. Or I came up, devised it together. And it's always been one of our, it's like really, really simple. It's about 3 lines the whole song. And it's upbeat and fun and nails the vocals. So it's always been one of our most popular songs. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give it a listen, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Cool.
Hey, good shadow, don't let me down. Don't hurt me when I turn around. Hey, good shadow, don't let me down. Don't sneak up now, making a sound. Please, good shadow, don't let me down.
Okay, we're here with the Grawlixes, with Robin and Pen, and we've just heard Good Shadow. Got another tune coming up, but the album is out. What can you tell me about the making of? Where did you record? Who did you have producing? All that good stuff that we need to know about.
Wow.
We did everything ourselves.
Yeah.
We recorded, apart from the violin, Alex did that.
Which Alex
So
did.
we borrowed gear from friends.
Yeah.
3 or 4 microphones, and we actually ended up having to use 5 different Apogee Duet interfaces because they kept stuffing out on us, and it was
So frustrating.
it was so incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
That's why the album took about 8 months to record.
Yeah.
On
But
the whole.
we did it all in our spare room as well.
Yeah,
so
we
lived
recorded it all in
together,
our
so,
spare room
Yeah.
back when we lived together in Dunedin.
Yeah.
So it was an incredibly frustrating and intense process.
Yeah, and we'd kind of record around band practices and work, and so
Right.
get home, eat dinner, record, and I think it was quite intensive and a bit stressful for both of us.
I can imagine.
We just survived, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Did you-
actually, we broke up 3 hours after we finished
The record.
the record. Yeah,
Exactly 3 hours?
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little bit longer than that.
Maybe 4, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a blur now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we won't go into the details of that because that's
Please,
not
it's
what we're
not.
all
No,
about.
no.
But it's interesting because I know you guys have played in other bands. You were here
Mm.
with French for Rabbits. I saw you guys both with the Prophet Hens.
Mm.
So, what is it? Is there a different kind of vibe sitting in there, like recording on your own, or would you prefer to have other people working with as far as making a record?
But next time around, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think we did some demos with a friend just using a single condenser mic before we recorded the actual album, and they came out really well.
Right.
We'd probably cringe listening to them now, but at the time, so we just thought we can just do it ourselves
Yeah.
and not spend thousands and thousands of dollars, because we had friends who we could borrow gear from.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seemed like a fun challenge, and I wanted the challenge of arranging all the songs and coming up with ideas and not feeling as if I was spending $100 trying to think of like the right amount of treble to put on a guitar tone,
Right.
that kind of pressure. We both actually got Nord stages now.
Yeah.
We've both got these $5,000 keyboards that we don't use, really. I had an electric guitar and a couple of acoustics, and Penny had 5 accordions. And we actually had to borrow accordions as well, because the one that we're going to be using today was really out of tune, and they're only...
Well, it's tuned half of it to concert pitch and half of it to some other pitch. So whoever tuned it just did a crazy job of it.
They did it on purpose like that.
I think what happened, they might have tuned it to concert pitch and then realised it was such a massive job that they gave up.
It's incredibly arduous, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I searched, I tried about 80 accordions when we went over to Europe to try and find a replacement.
Oh, you
Right.
did.
And I
That's
found
crazy.
one that was about $4,000, and I just
So
went,
are accordions hard to find these days then?
well, they're not that hard to find, but finding one that's in pitch and doesn't have a whole lot of work that needs to be done is difficult. Yeah.
Because back in the day, a long time ago when I was little, everybody was playing accordions. It was kind of one of those things that kids played,
Yeah.
and they'd go to marching bands and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
must not be a thing anymore, I guess. Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay, the next song that we're going to hear is Set Free. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what can you tell me about that one?
Well, this song actually came out of just a jam we were having. I think it may have been on a Sunday morning. I was just playing this kind of a languid guitar riff in drop D, and Penn just started singing over the top.
Which is usually kind of how we roll.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and then I kind of sculpted it over the following weeks and put words to it, and it's about the 2 different perspectives following the end of a relationship. Very, very simply put. So it functions really well at the head of the record, being like an introduction. It's kind of like surmising what's to come on the record.
Right.
But actually on the album, we had to put it down a semitone, so it's drop C sharp.
Right.
So I quite like it because it's like, I listen to a lot of Caius and Queens of the Stone Age, so it's similar to their kind of guitar
You
tunings.
saw Queens of the Stone Age last
Did you?
week, yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Very good.
so great.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's cool to have the guitar in that tuning, and it's nice to have Pen's lovely low vocals. It shows off her low range and the high range. It's a very hard song to sing.
And I couldn't sing it in the correct in a pitch higher than that because it was just too high. It just went all over the place. And now I can, which I feel very proud of myself. Yeah, so actually doing it in D today, a semitone higher. Yeah.
For those of you who are keeping track, today it's in D.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, let's give it a listen in D, and then we'll come back and finish up.
She came right from the bottom of the bluest sea at high tide, with the waves lapping at her feet. She came to me in the middle of her fading dream. Said there'd been mistakes, the line she drew. Now she's been set free. He came right from the bottom of the bluest sea at low tide, with the shells crushing underneath. He came to me in the middle of his fading dream. Said there'd been mistakes, decisions rude. Now he's been set free. Now we've been set free.
All right, we're back here with two of the members of the Grawlixes, Robin and Pen, and we've been joined by Twig the Wonder Cat as well. So she couldn't resist being on camera, so feel free to toss her at any time she starts biting or something. So, so the album is out. We've heard about the making of it. What's next for you guys? You're kind of touring around and doing that thing.
Yeah, so we've been touring New Zealand since the album was released on the 7th of July.
Yeah.
We've still got 5 dates to go, so Auckland tonight, Titirangi tomorrow, then Gisborne, Rotorua, Hastings.
And home.
And a lot of driving.
A lot of driving.
Well, you were telling me that just driving here, you ended up, was it here or the day before you ended up almost off the road?
Oh, you went to drive from Queenstown to Christchurch.
Oh, right.
Leaving very early in the morning because my guitar had stopped working entirely at the show, so we desperately had to make it to Christchurch to have it fixed.
Right.
So we left very early, and then going over the Lindis Pass, there was heavy snow, and we actually had to wait for 20 minutes at the summit while they pulled a tow unit to the side of the road to let traffic pass.
Right.
And there was a bus ahead of us that didn't have.
The car turned around and went back because they thought that we weren't getting over.
But there was a bus ahead of us without chains, so we thought we'd be fine following the bus.
Yep.
But the bus handled the conditions far better than we did, probably because there's more weight on the wheels. And we actually slid off at one point.
Into a fence.
We brushed against a fence.
Our interpretation of the
I love the two versions of the same story happening simultaneously. It's good.
And then we eventually frantically managed to reverse back, and then slowly and carefully managed to make it down, and then it was fine. But I think the cars behind us would have just been trapped.
Right.
Maybe had to turn around. But we were very, very fortunate because we had to rush, and we went to Farrow's guitar studio, and he fixed up the guitar and actually improved it, put a new saddle in as well, and fixed one of my pedals.
Nice.
It was incredibly generous of him. So it was such a relief. And then the following day, we had to get up at 5:45 to drive to the ferry, and then we stayed in Palmy last night, and then 6.5 hours today to get here. So
it's the glamorous life of a musician.
So glamorous, yeah. So few showers.
And but yet the cat is right there.
Yeah,
She
it's
likes the
amazing.
pheromones.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, well, we'll let you hit the showers here in a minute. So we have one more song, an uplifting little ditty called Death in the Family. So
Yeah.
what can you tell me about that?
It's a song, it's not written about anything in particular. I think it's probably written about, actually, it is written about someone. It's written about the death of my uncle when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember going through all his stuff. He was a bit of a hoarder and had, hundreds of dollars of change, and he had swords and countless Coke bottles. And anyway, so that experience was adapted into a story about when you discover these kind of naughty secrets about someone once they're dead,
Right.
and how you deal with that when you're still when you're barely an adult and you don't know how to receive the information, don't know how to deal with it.
Right. Didn't
Yeah.
scar you for life, did it?
No, well, it's a contrived story, but the experience of going through his belongings, it was really wonderful. It's a sad time for us, but
Right.
amazing for me at that age, because it's just so wondrous to see all this stuff that you've never seen before.
Right.
Yeah, he was quite a cool guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the song ends triumphantly, we hope. So there's that darkness, but also joy.
A lot of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for stopping by and doing this. And we'll see you on the road somewhere. Hopefully not literally on the road, but
Off the road,
off the
yeah.
road, in the fence or not in the fence. And so we'll leave you with Death in the Family.
Have a look to see what's left. His attic has always been a pest, like all those possums creeping around up there. So we both peeked inside his chest, denying every dust he lays away red from some other woman who crawled into his bed. Board it up and take it on. Board it up so tight. Burn them on a bed of coal. Burn them all tonight. Are you set some flowers with the matches? We'll bury all the ashes on you. They won't ever know what's hiding in this home. The first step should be the worst, but you can't keep still and I can't use my words. Hoping someone will call around late at night. And so when finally they did, we're stuck in a circle with nowhere to begin. And I surrendered like I was still just a kid. Board it up and take